All right, hey, what's up, everyone? We are back with some more Resident Evil. Tonight we're going to be playing Resident Evil 3. Andrew is actually going to be taking the reins on this one. I will be commentating and being his co pilot this time. So let us know if the audio is too low. Let me turn that down so that way I can get the chat going here so I can see it. Yeah, dude. So it is, man, it's been a while since I played through this.
Yeah, I mean, say for me, I generally, when I do play this, or when I play Resident Evil games, 9 times out of 10, it's always Resident Evil 1
Yeah, dude.
is the one that I tend to play the most. So
Mm.
coming back to this, it was interesting. So I definitely knew, like, I like with Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2, there's not much. I guess you could say there's not much like going back to it because I got it. Um, Resident Evil 1 is my favorite Resident Evil. I played that one a million times. Resident Evil 2, loved that one, played that one a bunch.
Hmm.
And funny enough, Resident Evil 2 is the only one I never actually owned as a kid.
Yeah,
So
we
I
talked about
owned the
that
first
before.
one. Yeah, the second one I rented a couple of times because I just loved it. Three is the one I actually owned, and I played it the least. Probably because I didn't like it as much, but it was still a great game. It was still fun. But I can probably honestly count on one hand the number of times I've beaten Resident Evil 3 compared to how many times I've played and beaten 1 and 2. Um, yeah, even the remake at 0, I think I probably have beaten more than than Resident Evil 3. So this was one that I went back and for about a week I played this game. And then I consistently played the first boss fight, the first encounter with Nemesis, because it is seriously unbalanced, as we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
It's terrible,
What up, Ryan?
and I don't mind. I don't mind cheesing it at all.
So the funny thing is, I remember like we didn't buy this right away. Um, Actually, Jason purchased it, and I watched him
Really,
play. Yeah, I watched him play through it. Then I played through it. Then Dad played through it. It was one of those ones. That's like, I think we're more hyped for Code Veronica than this one because it's like, okay, we got done with Raccoon City in
yeah.
two, and it's like, why are we coming back to this? So it felt weird coming back to it, but it was still a fun experience. I agree with you. I think for me going back to this, I think I probably played this about maybe 7 times through. What's up, Phil? How you doing, man? First guy to say first, and the first viewer on the stream saying first. Phil says, "What's up, fellas? Drop in the like. About to get night rain going. Be back if y'all were still on. No worries, man. Hey, it's 4th of July tomorrow, so we're both off. So we're gonna try to get this done in one playthrough. Check my text fits. I will, Ryan. Give me a minute. I'm just sharing out the stream for everyone to come through. Thanks for dropping the emojis. What's up, hummus? He says
I just
hello.
realized my video is inverted on your screen. I purposely had to fix my background, but when I'm looking at it on yours, it says DPR.
DPR. Okay. Okay. So where am I at? Trying to make sure I get all this shared out to everyone. But yeah, man. Yeah, Jason played through it. It's funny too because I remember enjoying this game, but it was so different. And I remember me, you, and Jason would riff on the fact of how Carlos talked in the game. You know,
Oh, I hated his voice.
I think the one of the
Carlos in Resident Evil 3 remake is
is
the,
so
the
much
best
better,
guy ever.
so much better. But like,
Look wise, voice, the way, I mean, they really fleshed him out much
uh,
better in the remake.
we always used to joke about like, "Hey, lady, calm down," you know. It's
And
like,
let it come down.
oh man,
You said that a ton.
dude, I did say that a ton because it was just like, I was like, wow, that was the worst voice acting ever.
Yes,
Oh, dude.
I agree. It was very bad. All
Okay.
right. I have to fix this because it's bothering me.
Yeah, no worries, man. Take your time.
Give
We'll,
me,
we'll get
give
going.
me 1 second.
How's everyone doing tonight? Let me know. Are you fond of Resident Evil 3? Do you enjoy playing it? How long has it been since you played it? Resident Access of Evil 3 Evil Doers. That's hilarious. Shame on you. Shame on me edition. All right, Ryan, hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to check the chat. Or actually, check the chat. I already checking the chat. Let's see. I've got some. I want to run by you. Okay, hold on. I'll read this to myself. No, that would be interesting. I that's something that definitely Andrew could be a part of for a topic for a discussion for a podcast. Hmm. Okay, we can talk about that later.
I can't remember if it was in the Dad Level podcast chat or if it was somewhere else, but I feel like we did a poll to see what everyone's favorite Resident Evil was.
Yeah, we did that
And
in the in here. Or we did
I
that
was
last stream.
surprised that 4 didn't win, as I feel like that's the one that everybody picks.
Everyone's favorite. Yes.
Yeah, and I was surprised it didn't win because there's another channel I like I really like. It's called Heaven Sent
Mm-hmm.
because the guy's name's Vincent, but he spells it crazy.
Oh yeah, like is it like almost like Vincento or Vincente or it's there's a different way you
It's
can
like,
spell Vincent.
yeah, I put it in the chat, but that's that guy's channel, and he's really cool, and he does a lot of retro stuff, and he's up and coming. His videos are amazing, like really well done. It's just he doesn't get the views yet because that's how YouTube is right now.
It's YouTube. It's the
But
algorithm, man.
yeah, but the work that he puts in is really damn good. Anyway, he put a poll out probably about a year ago with the same question: what is your favorite Resident Evil? And I think it was 0, remake, RE1, RE2, RE3, Code Veronica, 4. I think it's what it went to.
Yeah.
And 4 came in third place in his poll. Number 1 was Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
Number 2, Code Veronica. And then 3 was Resident Evil 4. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So
yeah, so Hummus said the Resident Evil 4 was his favorite, but 3 was also solid. Ryan said, "What's with George W. would have called it? That's what George W. would have called it." Let's see. Does this game involve lots of strategy? Then Ryan. My favorite is 4, 7, and 8 was what Ryan says, and then Dark Side Chronicles with the light gun. Can't go wrong with a light gun, man. And we got hummus that involves shoe throwing. What's up, Jason? How's everyone? Going to share this. I'm about to stream too. No worries, brother. Laugh my ass. That's hilarious. All right, man. You ready? We can get this going.
Go on the road. So the main thing is the first encounter with Nemesis. It's extremely unbalanced. It sucks. So what we're going to do is I'm going to save it right before that fight, and I'm going to give it a couple of tries. But in the interest of sanity If I honest to goodness can't do it, then I am gonna have to skip that one. Um, I've been practicing using the speedrunners glitch. Of course, I didn't know it was speedrunners glitch back in the day. I first saw it in a magazine.
Yeah.
It is doable. It is hard though. It's not as easily repeatable as like the Japanese version because they slightly fixed it in this one. You'll see when we get there. But that fight sucks. Um, it's not good. It's not great. So once we do that, I'm gonna give it probably like maybe 2 or 3 shots. If stage fright and I screw up, then I am gonna have to skip that one. So,
Yeah.
but what
No.
I will do, I will accept the fight anyways. But I think if I could accept the fight, run to Brad's body, and then get the
You
card
too,
off of him,
Jason.
and then run inside. I think I can do that.
Yeah. No
So
worries. Ryan said hummus 2 words. Mission accomplished. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what happened today with that stupid big beautiful screw someone in the butt uh, American people bill that just got passed today. Get my naval ship. Remember, George W. added the extra syllable to strategies and made it strategers. All right, guys, we're going back into Raccoon City. Of course, I remember him. Of course, I remember him. Look, George W. was the king of adding extra syllables and other things to words that shouldn't have been there.
An ordinary day in Raccoon City, a city
Brady's
controlled
in.
by Umbrella. No one dared to oppose
Who
them,
remembers the show Little
and that
W?
lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction.
here's useless trivia about that. The guy that played George W. Bush, originally he had also played the son in the movie adaptation of Johnny Got His Gun.
Ryan said, "Repeat after me, Vince. Strategery. Strategery. No. Say it like that." But I gotta have that Texas accent. Strategery. Strategery.
Can't get fooled again. This like scared me as a kid. This was so well done. This intro.
Oh, dude, this intro was the shit, man. All right, everyone. Imagine a world where no George A. Romero. Quesadillas. Then it told my dictionary, Danny boy. The last time I got it. Oops, sorry. Here's a grenade for you. You want to live forever? Farewell to my life. This is my last chance to survive.
So, like Vince with Resident Evil 1 and 2, I know he had said he had been a while since he played those. I'm very familiar with the first part of this game. It's always the second part that I have to get my bearings. But should be fun regardless.
So much macho.
Oh man, it didn't give me the option to freaking dodge.
No, you just like kiss me, baby. This scene feels like Team America. Everybody wants a piece of that Jill sandwich.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city.
Hey, it's only 11 days after my birthday, right?
I'm still alive.
I'm still alive.
Oh,
How's the
Jill.
game audio?
Game audio sounds good. Guys, how's the game audio? How's our audio? Is it all good? No initial issues or anything?
What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there. How dare you tell me to go back outside?
I just lost my daughter out there.
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't gonna be any rescue. We have to get out of here.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone!
What he doesn't realize is that he's going to become an undead monster if he dies. If he dies, he dies.
I'm not leaving! Never! Just get away from me.
You know, I love how like a veteran cop has pamphlets on how to play the game. I need more janky square arm graphics. Otherwise, I'm good.
That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, the dodge.
Yeah, so it is straight up the action button.
Snake, if you want to go up or down the ladder, you need to push the action button. Can't forget the hell spray. So Ryan, how was your Thursday, man? How's everyone's Thursday?
Fan-fucking-tastic.
It was great until these damn zombies. Da-dum, da-dum. Yeah, gotta love that quick turn too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should make a question, you know, for Ryan and Ryan's sensibilities. Who is the hottest Resident Evil girl as a poll? There's definitely some quality of life improvements in this game that unfortunately we didn't really get to see in future PS1 Resident Evil games.
Yeah, this one being the last.
Yeah.
And again, that was one thing I got addicted to with the GOG, being able to door skip and being able to skip the opening animation for the item chest.
Yeah.
Like, you just see it becomes like second nature.
Hey, dude, trapped in the back of a truck. I'm gonna leave the key here so you can lock the door. Yeah, they give me some coffee. I've been trying to keep up on my catch up on my lack of sleep over the weekends. Can we get a janitor in the warehouse? It needs a good scrub down. Gordon, they need you in a test chamber again. Leave it to Carlos to run out of a room
Fool.
with a bunch of zombies.
Gonna run out, run back in to reset them so I don't have to fight them all bunched up. At least that's the theory.
Oh, you mean the great pumpkin there? Oops, I forgot they all got deported thanks to someone who's orange Vince. Yes. Oh, listen to them come down the stairs. Do, 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 do. They're shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. There you go. Aw, what?
Bullshit.
I call shenanigans on that. Thursday was great. Me and my wife, sorry. I saw a wife, but hold on, wait. Thursday was great. Me and all my white collar club, country club companions played pickleball and drank Dom Pierre. Perugino. Can we get? Can we deport his Russian mail order bride? I think most of his family falls into that whole status of what, birthright citizenship. I feel the conversation tonight's gonna curtail the experience of people that pop in. We can all take
What are you guys talking about?
we can take her away by ice in a van at Home Depot. Deportation South Underground. Yeah, since now we have our own. He has his own little private SS group. Man.
He gave ICE more funding than the Marines.
Yep. Take her down by in a van down by the river. It's only 3 viewers. We're just getting a few jokes in early. Don't worry. Oh, hey, Ryan, I am not worrying at all. It's whatever. If people can't take a joke, it's not our fault. As soon as it picks up, I'm gonna go PG. I promise. Ryan, I allowed you to go R. Just don't go full X-rated.
Oh man, I thought there was an item here.
It's all right. Nothing unusual here. Instruments of destruction. Anyway, Andrew, Hummus, you guys carry on, man. I don't care. It's how we get our, our stress reliever. I always thought there was a map there, but it's just that weird white cover.
Yeah.
Imagine Melania in a van down by the river, though, laughing my ass. So she would be like, "Why isn't everything gold?" You know, this is only a joke that me and Andrew will get, but Diamond might actually like that. Gold everything. Where's my room service? She's dead, Jim. Back in Slovakia. Man, I know I can say that, but I can't. My brain's not doing it. Melania spent a lot of time in the back of a van, if you know what I mean. Yeah, isn't there a name for that type of video? You ain't wrong.
Give me a second, my headset's gonna die.
Yeah, no worries. She worked detailing vans. Come on, guys. Hey, what was it? Jenny McCarthy and basketball. Would you like me to shoot dechrome and tail hitches, toe hitches?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Got me? Okay.
I got you. Let me check something. So, on that comment, Ryan, the hummus, I'll give you 6 half-naked guys with a saxophone. Attack of the 50-foot woman. That's a safe room, isn't it? One of them.
You have to come around from the other direction to unlock it. I'm just trying to get my bearings again. There we go.
Get off me.
There goes my S rank.
Yeah, it's okay. Dude, that guy was smoking in that car, right? He was like,
There we go.
he was a smoked zombie.
Mainly what I wanted.
Naked guy with a saxophone sounds like a Bill Clinton party. Yeah, you got to go up and to the left, right?
Yeah, I went back to that car so I could get those shotgun shells out of there. So I'm gonna need those later.
Yeah. For Nemesis.
That's why I didn't mind using a little bit more handgun ammo than I normally do, but really a lot of this is all prep for that stupid fight.
Yeah, yeah, I know. You gotta. Gotta get to the bar. There's the map. You know, I kind of feel like some of this was like, it'd be cool if we had a game where you could actually save the survivors, and then comes Dead Rising. Even though we're like, what? Probably 10 years before that came out?
Since '99.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh no, I got you out of your animation, fucking liar. Excuse me.
I love how, like, there's this medieval door in the middle of Raccoon City. Yo, Carlos.
All three of them are alive.
Yeah.
That's another trash.
Brad.
Get away!
Definitely not a Barry Burton moment. Jill, what is this? I hope this isn't Chris's blood.
Brad, hang in
This is
there.
bullshit.
Why isn't someone doing something about this?
I didn't know you were still alive, Jill. The police aren't.
Yo,
trained for this kind of
Tylord, what's up, brother?
situation. What could they do? Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see.
Oh my god. Yeah,
He's
prepare
out
for the
to
Diddy
find us.
apocalypse.
There's no escape.
Guys, Diddy is out soon. Be prepared for oil prices to go up. How many times does Brad die? Quite a bit. Poor Brad. Good old chicken heart. Tylord, how about a Jaws versus Free Willy? Laugh Mass Ryan. Supply and demand is a real thing. Yo, Ryan. Yo, hummus. Anybody want any day-old donuts? That's the lighter. You need that in a little bit. When I was a kid, I wrote a Jaws versus Moby Dick comic. That's awesome. That would be interesting. Hummus, we are only 5 freak off. Sorry, Jesus. We are only 5 freak off panties away from being out of oil. I would read that, TY. You know, honestly, this game is really kind of a filler. It really doesn't add anything new to the lore. It just kind of tells you what happened to Jill and Barry, and
Well,
expands
that's why
on.
I was so surprised when I first heard. I mean, you didn't have any information, but it was just Resident Evil 3.
Yeah,
And so it's like, okay, hey, that's all I need to know. Like, I'm super excited. This is going to be great. You had nothing to go off, and then I think the magazine started talking about it. It's like, yeah, it's going to take place in Raccoon City, and I'm like, well, fucking when?
Ryan.
You know, like,
That's why I read it panties instead of parties, because it was funnier to me. Anyway, yeah, no, I get you, Andrew.
yeah, I remember just being like really confused. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh well, it takes place like 24 hours before and 24 hours after Resident Evil 2. It's like, okay.
What's up, Bars? Yeah, we're spreading the G virus again. Diddy about to spill more oil than Exxon LT's, right? I mean, we would only be so lucky he goes off on a cruise and he crashes his boat somewhere, and it just, instead of spilling with gasoline, it spills with a bunch of baby oil. There we go. Diddy was spreading something, all right. And that's another thing too. This is also a game that has a subtitle, right? It's not just Resident Evil 3. Like every other Resident Evil up to 7, right?
They're letting it be known Nemesis is your guy.
Yeah. Yo, Tib, what's up, brother? So, Josu coming into the chat, that Andrew is actually running the game right now. I'm hanging out and chat with you guys. I'm commentating, having fun. A little something different, you know? We'll be back once we finish this to play Code Veronica. I mean, after this one. All the green herbs in the menu, Vince. Edwin will smoke it. See, that's the thing, though. If the zombies were to bite Edwin, they would just become high. Edwin wouldn't turn into a zombie. The zombies would just become, laid back, looking for munchies. You guys able to take turns? No, not on this. We're actually trying to figure that out with Parsec and DuckStation to be able to play games together, maybe switch off back and forth, but it wasn't working before we got the stream going. That's what she said, Tib. Oh my god. So, Tib, I forgot to say, man, congratulations on finally beating Jaws, okay? I'm glad you're able to pull it off, brother. Still one of my favorite. It's not my favorite, but it is on my list of top 10 NES games. Love and peace, man. Yo, Master of Jaws. Tib is one away from 900. Oh, man, dude. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Really? One away? Okay, we'll share that. We'll share that out. We got to get people to give Tib that one sub he needs. Let's get to the.
What do I need to do?
Oh, nothing. You're good. You're good. No, Tiburon's a one sub away from 900. So, friend of mine who's in chat right now. I'm just gonna share out his.
I like how I can't click on anybody's name. It says you do that, it just says, "Do you want to report this person?"
Hold on, I'll fix that. I'll fix it. You don't have to. You don't have to do much.
Like if I wanted to go to his profile.
Yeah. Here. All right. So I just put Tibbs' link to his channel in the chat, guys. If you are not already subbed to this man, you need to. He is awesome. You know, he's a big wrestling fan. He loves Jaws. He loves horror.
All right, here we go. Here we go. $8.99.
Runs a podcast. Oh! Here we go. Look at this. Refresh the page, and then it should be at 900. So Tib has now been the only person I know of that has went and did the 900 live on stream, just like Tony Hawk. I'm gonna find you real quick so I can make you a mod. All right, now you are now a mod. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, once you're a mod, Andrew, you can sub. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. You did it. Awesome. If you will. Thanks, fellas. Jason, the Lurker Shark Hogan. Hey, man. As long as I have help out a friend of mine, it's all good. Look at him. He's just trying to eat that can. Changing my name to that, Tib. Mission accomplished. Now, if you weren't worried about all the zombies that were about to eat you, now all of them are going to come towards the sound. Yo, Ronnie, what's up, man? Tenta was actually, Tenta was actually a shark in WCW. There you
go. John Tenta, Earthquake. That's actually the best barrel explosion I've done
in a long time.
No, ever.
Ever? Nice.
I've never gotten it to where it was just 2 left.
Let me see. So, hummus, that's been my goal all along. we're Oprah up in here. We're Oprah up in here. You get a sub and you get a sub. Everyone gets a sub. Oh my gosh. Earthquake Daddy, Ronnie says. Hell yeah, Ronnie. John Tenta was the man, whether he was a natural disaster shark or half his head shaved. Ron, your nickname is now Thriller Ron. You're welcome. We got Ryan giving nicknames in here. Don't you miss out. There you go. Skip that dude. Yeah. Was Earthquake in WWF? Okay. Thanks, Tib.
One of his kids was like really active on Reddit, on the wrestling subreddit,
Right.
like posting pictures of them as kids with their dad when he'd come home from like a tour.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, for those who don't know, tomorrow me and Ryan will be covering the WWF Hasbro wrestling toys, of course. So don't miss out. It'll be 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Did you see that? It said the rope holding that door closed was soaked with oil.
Yeah, no, and then you blow up the barrel, but it's not close enough to ignite it.
Yeah. I bet Earthquake drank a lot of milkshakes. If you will.
So in the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, one of the characters, he was always like kind of fit and kind of built, and one day they decided, I gotta go back into this shit. Um, he wanted to play a fat character, but for real.
Mhm.
So he legit gained the weight, and the way he did it was he would get like ice cream and he'd let it melt,
And just drink
and then
it.
he would drink it, and that's how he was able to gain weight so quickly.
Yeah, because you're getting that easy, quick calories and shit in the sugar. Well, just like Christian Bale, man. Like whenever he goes through the process of changing like his body type for stuff, different roles and everything, it's crazy. Like when he did the whole what the machinist, I think it was, where he only had like coffee and like an apple a day. And it was black coffee. Oh hell yeah! I gonna have to watch that episode. A DK hat with Diddy throwing barrels of baby oil. That'd be hilarious. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was so good. Have you seen what like Nick Cage looks like as John Madden? It's crazy. So did you guys see the Running Man trailer that's based off the actual book, not the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, the original one back in the day? He looks really good. All right, and then Tip says I need to watch that show. I saw Roddy Piper was on an episode. I didn't know he was on an episode, so I need to go watch that episode.
Yeah, that was one of the funniest ones. Man, I'm asking for fucking trouble. I gotta get back in the bar and get that lighter.
Tip, I'm looking at you like this, shaking my head, man. You've never seen the original OG Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, you're 100% right on that, Ronnie. There was no Running Man, and it's a travesty. Yes, Jesse Ventura was in the original Running Man.
What the fuck?
Where did she come from? You cleared this area? I forgot the zombies repopulate.
No, there were no zombies in this bar. This is the bar. I had to run back in here because I didn't have enough room for the lighter. I have never seen that in my life.
Never seen Total Recall either? Baby, you make me wish I had three hands. Okay, Tib, Ryan, we need to rectify the situation with Tib with these movies. We need to watch them in Discord one night.
She's blocking the door, bro.
She is.
Fuck, man.
She heard the pizza man was at the door.
Oh.
I only need to eat one bowl of ice cream a week to get fat. That's 100% true, Tyler. Oh man, too much ice cream is just not good. OG Running Man movie is brilliant, Bubba. So yeah, those who don't know, the new movie is directed by Edgar Wright. You guys have seen his stuff. Edgar Wright's a great director. But this is based off the original Richard Bachman Stephen King story, novella, or shorts. Well, it's a book. It's just that it goes by pretty quick when you're reading it. Very pro wrestling. Yes, it is. Tyler, let me see. Total Recall is a great movie, but also has infamous shitty NES game. Yes, that is 100% true. Seriously, Tib? Total Recall has an alien woman with 3 tatas. That's worth the price of admission, says Hummus. Never seen Dunston's checked in. Hey, you're not missing anything with Dunston. I regret seeing that garbage. But you know, it is what it is. I've seen clips there, Humdog. Hey, speaking of dogs, anybody want a hot dog?
Oh, come on.
Dude, you're right there too. This game looks pretty good. What are you playing this on? He's playing it on Duck Station. So it does crisp out some of the edges and everything of the polygons. It smooths them out.
Yeah, so with Duck Station, fucking mouse. You can go to the settings. There's a ton of shit you can do. I don't jack with all of it. I just kind of go for what I know. So coming right over here to the graphics settings. So this is my laptop that I'm on. I'm not on my gaming computer, but you don't need much. If you're running a system without a dedicated GPU, like in here, I have a Quadro T2000. If you like have integrated graphics card, like Intel integrated, you can still somewhat decently do it, but this is right here. So I've upscaled it. This is the internal resolution. This is the magic. I've upscaled it to 720. Now you can go higher, but that's where you're going to need more resources. So I actually did it up to 1080p to see what it looked like. And it looked awesome, but there was a huge lag in the controller just because the laptop had reached its limit. But if I do it on my desktop, yes, I can go higher. But I think 720p for a game that's what, 24 years old, 25 years old, pretty good.
So Bobby wants to know. I don't know if that's or not, but I'm just gonna make that stuff. He says that actually Ronnie just says, "Hey, does it work with a neural net processor?"
Yes. This is a learning computer after all.
Let me see. Ronnie also says Dunston checks in. It's the best movie featuring an ape in a hotel with Jason Alexander. If that doesn't sell the movie, I don't know what does. Because it's not. It doesn't have Charlton Heston. Get your goddamn hands off me, you damn dirty ape. They really did it. Damn them. Damn them all to hell. Tim, go watch Running Man on Tubi. Yes, please. Dude, we could watch it this weekend. After I'm done with the podcast I'm going to do with Ryan and Andrew and maybe someone else, we can watch this in one of our Discords. We can totally rectify the situation. It doesn't. We don't even have to wait 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2B is
Okay,
great.
so this is the part that I was dreading the most, and
Yes.
what I've been.
Well, you did get 2 green herbs. You got the red herbs. Did you mix those together?
I do. So I do have more heals now
Then
than I
on
did
the
when I
save.
was practicing.
Yes.
The only thing is, though, I feel like I'm missing shotgun shells, but I don't know.
You have 4. No, you have more than. Well, I don't know what you started off with before. You
I don't
got
know what I
to
did the
point.
first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I used more ammo this time around, like totally.
2B is great. So much good shit for free. Hell yeah, Ron. This game is frustrating, Bubba. Yeah, there's a Tyler. There's a lot that goes into this game, especially later on. And then, like, I think this game has like some of the most weapons that you can get in the earlier Resident Evils. Then you have all the upgrades too that you get from Nemesis, depending on how many times you beat him. Every time you encounter, you kill him, you get some kind of upgrade or a weapon. Jason Alexander starred in a movie with a creature who had a tail, and then he was in a movie where himself had a tail. What do you rate this game? So Tib wants to know what we rate this game.
Well, I have to rate it in context, so and it's so hard because it's everything's just bias. So my favorite Resident Evil game out of the 3 originals is Resident Evil 1. I know that bucks the trend because 2 technically is better in every way. But I give Resident Evil 1 a really solid 8 out of 10. I give Resident Evil 2 a 10 out of 10. Yes, I can rate something higher even though it isn't my favorite. This one here, I give it a 7 out of 10. So just below Resident Evil 1 for me. I think the general consensus amongst everybody else, other people, I think they give Resident Evil 1 a 7 out of 10. I think they give Resident Evil 3 an 8.5 to 9 out of 10, and then Resident Evil 2 10 out of 10.
I mean, this one allowed them to be able to put more zombies on screen. That's not necessarily better, but I mean,
like you were saying, there's definite quality of life updates that this game had that the other ones didn't, like auto aim, 180 turn,
the dodge mechanic.
the dodge, even though it's still fucking broken. Okay, I gotta concentrate, y'all. So I'm gonna try to get the wall walking glitch in this. So this game, this first fight right here is very fucked. Whenever you shoot the shotgun and she pumps it, the time it takes between the animation where she shoots, where she pumps in the next shell, and then to try to run away is too much when you're fighting Nemesis. If you shoot Nemesis when he's too far away, you don't hit him with all the buck. You shoot him too close, he's gonna grab you, and it's a couple of grabs, and then it's game over because he throws you on the ground. He can also pick you up as well. Like I said, it's very fucked. This was very imbalanced, especially for the first fight. You don't have the resources you need, so you absolutely must cheese it. And so I don't care, to be honest with you. Fuck it. So I don't think I have as much ammo as I did before, but we are going to find out the hard way.
Yeah. Going back to the question that.
We got a cutscene if you want to wait.
Yeah, we can do the cutscene. Yeah, I forgot about this part.
Jill, we've got to. Jill, help!
And this just became a hentai. Okay. So to answer the question that was asked by Tib, for me it's 1-2 Code Veronica, then this.
Where I started fucked up.
Yeah, he's chasing you, dude.
I gotta reset his AI.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
You can reset his AI by going in and out of the menu, and you want to stay close to where he doesn't rush you, and then stick close to the wall, and you get some free shots right here, like that.
Watch it. He's gonna come around again.
So now he's moving. I'm gonna reset the AI.
Nope, he came around. You got it. There you go. He rushed around that corner. Shit. Damn it.
And that's game over.
Yep.
So I'm gonna try this like 2 times or 2 more times after this, and then I'm gonna have to tap out because if not, the stream will be this bullshit the whole time.
Yeah, so let me catch back up with chat real quick. Where do you rate this game? Resident Evil 1 is the best, said Ronnie. Tyler says 1 is my favorite too. Hummus says better film. Dunstan checks into Shallow Hal. Shallow Hal was, yeah, I'm gonna agree. Shallow Hal was better. Shallow Hal was pretty funny. Never seen Dunstan. Ronnie says if you like orangutans, you'll love Dunstan. What about Kangaroo Jack? I once worked with a dude who loved Kangaroo Jack. Never quite got the appeal. Yeah, Code Veronica is better than this mess, says Ty Lord. What about the movie Ed with Matt LeBlanc and the chimp that plays basketball?
Baseball?
Or baseball,
I
yeah,
thought it was
baseball.
baseball.
Yeah, baseball. I read that wrong.
I remember that movie, yeah.
Do you guys think Umbrella had a team of stylists to dress Nemesis and Mr. Ed? Dude, it's a travesty that like the DMX X is gonna give it to you. It's not playing in the background when he's coming to chase you. You have to get a mod to do that. Tib says, "Whoa, Nemesis does not mess around."
Yeah. Now later on in the game, you have better weapons. You have more ammo.
Yep.
To fight him with, and there's even one where you can get some help from the environment by shooting something and it'll bust up and kind of fuck him up for you. So it gets easier. It's just this one is so early in the game, especially if you're playing this for the first time. There's no way in hell you're gonna fight him. This is something that you do once you're already familiar with the game.
Yep.
That's why I cheese it. I have no qualms about cheesing this bullshit. It's piss poor.
Let me get a drink. I'll be right back. You got this, man. Do it. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, I think the moment you start to run fast on him, no, he missed it. The AI resets.
So you can't get fucking bitch. You can't get too far away.
Yeah,
because then he'll do the
chase.
dash attack.
There you go. There you go. Nice. He's like, I'm just gonna come around and get you.
Yes, he is actually.
Come on, women. You've seen those anime films with the giant tentacle monster. I want to recreate those scenes. Oh shit.
Oh shit! Fucking teleported on me.
Yeah.
Get up!
You kind of walked into that one.
Oh,
Damn it.
cheating bitch!
All right, everyone in chat, give Andrew some Jill love here. Oh, whoa, 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 come on.
I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. I don't have the ammo.
You're just gonna have to switch it over back to the pistol, man, and try.
Fucking cheating bitch.
Yep, in the words of R.J. McCready.
Cheating fucking bitch.
Oh, oh, oh. So he's down for the
I
first
don't.
time.
I
Yeah, you
don't
don't
have
have
the
enough.
ammo.
Just try to use the pistol if you can.
I must have missed a box somewhere. Oh!
That was the wake-up call.
I missed a box somewhere. I had to have.
Damn.
Fucking hate this fight. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's game over. Game over, boys.
Yeah, because he's gonna start rushing you. Let me check something real quick while you're doing this.
What the fuck could I miss? All right, so this is gonna be the last try, and then I'm just gonna have to skip it like a pussy. And be here all fucking night.
What are we playing this on? We're playing on normal, right? Normal difficulty?
There is no normal. It's easy and hard.
Yeah, hold on. You playing it hard or normal? I mean easy then.
Hard.
Okay, so... Emergency tunnel, water pollution, cable car, downtown storeroom.
I think honestly, what I did the first time when I beat him, I think I mainly used pistol because there were a lot of moments that I used pistol this run that I didn't the first time, and I had a bunch of rounds. So I'm gonna go through 2 clips of pistol, and then I'm gonna finish him off with the shotgun.
All right, so Ty Lord says you got this. This game and Zero are too difficult for me to enjoy. I love Zero. I don't have problems with Zero, but this one can be rough. It
Zero has some killer puzzles.
does. Yeah, that's the thing. It has the puzzle things.
Like I still have to look up. Let's look up some of those.
Tiburone says you don't get a lot of room to run away. No, you don't. And it's plus if he'll chase you. Let me see.
The other thing too is you got to get him in the same screen See, he
Yep.
wasn't close to me. Fucking cheating.
And then Ronnie says, "Damn Nemesis hitting that Roman Reigns pose after killing you."
Fucking bitch, bro.
Is there any tactical advantage to actually beating the Nemesis in this first encounter? You get the drops for the Magnum. Is it the upgrades? You actually get the Magnum rounds or the Magnum gun.
So I let him kill me on that one. I fucked up.
Try it again.
I'm gonna get another shot.
Yeah, give it another shot, man. Isn't it the Magnum rounds you said that you get from him?
You get the Magnum Parts A. So
Magnum
basically,
Parts A. Yeah.
when you beat him twice, like you fight him several times in the game, and whenever the first time you beat him, you get Magnum Parts A, which I think is like part of the grip and the upper receiver of the Magnum. And then later on, you'll fight him like a second time. I think you get some ammo or something from him. And then finally, when you fight him a third or fourth time, that's when you get Magnum Parts B. Combine them, which is the the barrel, the trigger, hammer. Basically, it's just the complete gun. You assemble it, and you get the Magnum, which in Resident Evil parlance is like the strongest weapon in the game. So, um,
You know,
yeah,
the thing that one of the things I did notice about this, and like Tib said that this game looks annoying to play. That part of the thing that for me with this game that I kind of remember is that it just seems like there's a lot thrown in this with like ideas with no coherent thought other than like the story they kind of intertwined to this. Like you have Nemesis chasing you, you meet the Umbrella search and rescue team or whatever that's here, that's Carlos and all them, and then you're just trying to escape. But like, there's just so much going on between like the clock tower, you got the sewer area, the park, all this stuff, and it's just so much compared to what you got with 1 and 2. It was like they were playing with a lot of ideas in this game. There you go. You almost should try to kite him the same way with the shotgun.
you can't do it. The animation's too long
Oh, for the handgun?
for the shotgun. You said
Oh.
shotgun. Fucking bastard.
Yeah, Tylord said, there's a lot going on, and I find none of it interesting as the previous games.
See right here, you run into his right, fucking cheater. You run into his right arm to get away from him to avoid the attack.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go shoddy. I look like my shot went right through him.
I mean, I saw the damage on him. The blood spurt. There you go. Drop. There you go. You got this, man. Way to go. You did it live, brother.
Telling you, piece of shit.
Other than Jill looking hotter. You know what? You're not wrong on that, Tylord. Teabag him. Pull the old Call of Duty on him. Yo, what's up, Kyle? And you
But yeah,
forgot.
so that strategy right there is basically the most effective way to beat him. Hit him with fucking pistol, run to his right side of his arm, and then try to get the wall block right there.
Mm-hmm. And
And
you
then
forgot
enjoy
to
wasting
mention
all your ammo.
after a while, Nemi drops with a triple health spray case, which is can carry three. Yep, 3 instead of taking up an inventory slot. 100%.
So in case you guys missed it, this is what you get. And so you'll get it later. I think I want to say it's on the third fight
Yeah, it
with
might
him,
be third.
because I know you assemble it towards the end, and then it makes fighting him in the end really really simple.
What's up, Kyle? How's your Thursday going, man? Oh shit! Call it. Call it. I Kush. It's the green. Yeah.
It's the stickiest of the icky.
Whoa, Andrew's on the webcam. Yep. Yeah, I call I Kush because it's green herd time. You know we're gonna have to play that at some point, dude.
Yeah, that game's awesome.
Hell yeah, man. Shadow.
Are you gonna do a are you gonna play it cold, or are you gonna practice beforehand?
No, I'll probably just play it cold. I mean, dude, some of those puzzles though. It's been a while. You know, I was trying to think of what we could play if we couldn't get this to work.
What are you talking about?
Oh, like just
Oh, the
tonight.
share.
Yeah,
Screen
the screen share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. There's that handsome man. You should play high, Kyle. Just dog stage. Dog sitting from my sister and chilling on my couch. Kelly on her couch while watching on TV. Nice. In honor of Ike Kush. Dog Sutton sounds like an English lord. Dog sitting.
Oh, the dog's hot.
It's like what is
If I may be so bold.
You like dogs? Oh, dogs. Yeah, I like dogs.
Fuck you, Billy bastard.
Oh man, Snatch. Whoa! Did that thing just have a gutturally growl?
Yeah, he moonlights in a fucking death metal band.
I'll swallow your soul.
I would have loved like her coming up to Leon's desk and going, "Who's Leon?" I mean, she doesn't say anything. Hilarious shit. Shut it up. I do like how the zombies kind of look like the brother, or the not the brother, but like one of the friend of Ash from Evil Dead 1, the original movie. Oh, Kyle, I got my Silverbolt in. He's missing one of the wings, so I had to contact Hasbro, and they're either gonna send me a replacement if they have one.
This motherfucker's drunk.
The asshole friend. Oh, Marvin. Or they're gonna send me two random Transformers to free because I got to figure that was missing a piece out of the box.
So September 24th, there are reports of a theft in the municipal building before dawn. A jewel-decorated clock at the main gate was damaged. 2 of the 12 gems that are installed on the face of the clock are missing. Due to the lack of available officers at this time, I have no choice but to suspend the search of this case, the research of this case. Signed, Marvin Brannon. Report. September 26th. Based upon an autopsy report of a 42-year-old restaurant owner, I have discovered that he has one of the missing gems. He apparently took shelter in the police department at about 10 a.m., where he was shot to death within 10 minutes of having developed the symptoms. Since the city is currently under martial law, we are forced to suspend this case. At this time, we'll keep the gem as evidence. Signed, Marvin Brannon.
Kyle said she may have known Leon was the new guy. Word around the station was the new rookie were being brought in to help contain the outbreak, and she worked there. So true, good point. Oh shit, I never owned Silverbolt. So here, hold on, man.
You guys want to see something funny? I don't know if this happens in any other place in the game,
Right.
but it happens here. So this zombie, it tricks you into getting close, but if you can tell it's alive, watch its head down there in the corner, okay? As I move around.
That's awesome. I never noticed that.
That
I mean,
motherfucker's alive.
I mean, if you keep doing that, he may rub his face into the freaking polished ground. Kill himself.
One would hope.
Alright, hold on. So. Yeah, eventually I'm going to do a video on this, but here, I'll do this part. Hey, it's a sapphire gem. Go to this and this. Well, yeah, you can kind of see him. So yeah, there's Silverbolt. So you got him all together. So, but let me do. I'll just do this real quick. Change the background. Yeah. So if you look on this arm right here, there's a wing that's supposed to be here that's missing completely. Versus on this side. Hold on. There we go. That wing should be on the other side, but there's not one, so I ended up getting a, semi not complete figure in out of the box, which sucks. But whatever.
No!
They're coming to get you, Barbara. They've been dead a long time. Yeah, Kyle, I have that Silverbolt, and I have the Combiner Wars one. I don't have the original. Yeah. Well, so that's the thing. I ended up calling Hasbro. They didn't have any in stock. They didn't have any replacement parts for them. They're going to report it up to upper management, but they're going to send me 2 figures worth $89.99, what I paid for them before tax. So hey, I can't complain. And what I decided, I was probably going to buy a second one at some point and keep one as the aerial bots before they're combined into Superion and have a Superion. So what can you do, right? I mean, at least Hasbro's willing to fix it. I mean, if they could, if they had any product in stock.
Oh, supposedly Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox.
Yeah, that would dropped earlier today. But the funny thing is, here's the question about that, right? So, are they going to make you sign into your Sony account to be able to play that on the Xbox, like they did for the PC version?
That'd be fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh, jeez. That's okay, because, like, what is it? It's the mid to late August. We get Gears of War on the PlayStation 5, so I'm for the new version, the Reloaded. Yeah, true. And combiners rules, so just have fun. Just have a full one is cool. I mean, hell, I got Hook here, the new one, and then Scrapper, Bone Crusher, and then here we go. Well, Hook, yeah, Hook and Long Haul. There we go. Hold on, let's do that. I have them over here because I'm going to be doing a video for them. And then the new carry vehicle, which is like the legs, and it's the crotch and half the legs, or the pants or shorts of Devastator. Hold on. This is we're waiting on Andrew.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Well, David Ford, my sanity is at its end. I still can't believe this is happening. We lost another man yesterday, Meyer, one of our better marksmen. He saw me panic once we were overrun by the zombies, but he came back to save me. But when the time came to return the debt, I ran. I can still hear him calling out my name. I can still hear the screams coming from behind. The sound of his flesh being stripped from its bones. I was afraid, terrified. It's the 27th. The fight to stay alive continues. I took out several zombies who managed to break through the barricades. Now I'm cutting through the chill with whiskey, unloading my Mossberg on anything undead. That shotgun's become a close friend of mine. I blasted many a zombie into fertilizer with it. We've lost 13 men as of yesterday. In 3 hours, we'll bicker over trivial things in the meeting room. It's a total waste of time. When I finish this bottle, my old Mossberg will be turning one last body into fertilizer. Peace at last. I can hardly wait. That's when he's pushing for that sweet release. That's probably been the one area that they could have visited in Raccoon City. Like if they were like, okay, we're gonna make another Resident Evil game, it's gonna be Raccoon City. It's like, oh fuck. But this time, it's Raccoon City, but you get to fight. It's the police station. It's the initial outbreak. That's what I've always wanted them to do.
Yep. You don't have the ammo mixer.
Normally, I carry it with me too. It's just not this time.
Well,
But
you were
yeah,
trying to use.
that's always been the one thing I wish that they would have done was make um,
During post or during the outbreak. I mean, because that's what technically
pretty much when
Outbreak
it happens,
was.
like,
Yeah.
and you could have like, I mean, you could have like different scenarios, like, okay, you're playing maybe the sewer manager from Resident Evil 2 whenever he starts letting in the high-ranking officials come in and the shit hits the fan, stuff like that. That's always been super interesting to me. I mean, I have set up Outbreak now. I could play it. Just waiting on somebody.
Hey,
But
we're gonna figure it out and we'll get it going. That's all that matters. We'll figure it out.
I got my part figured out.
Okay. Okay.
So that one, since you play it online and you set up the servers like in a special way, we don't. There's no fancy like parsec or anything that we need to do for that.
Okay.
It's just you have to set it up on your end.
Yeah, which means like I need to get DuckStation in and get the copy of the game. I have it.
That one is
physically.
that one's PCSX2. That's the PS2 one. Same
Okay.
company.
Yeah. I mean, I have both of them physically, but I mean, as far as like getting it
And
on
then
the
for
PC.
this one, and I'll send you the links that you need because for
Yeah.
this to work, you need the Japanese version specifically.
Which makes sense. Everyone was such a piece of shit in their last moments. And so are many horrible confessions in RE notes. Yeah. There's so many, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna kill this first zombie out here, then come back and reset the room.
I do feel like they cheaped out on like some of the polygons and the details for some of the zombies in this one. They should make a RE game where you get just a jabroni normally trying to escape Raccoon City before the bombs drop. The guy that doesn't know how to freaking shoot a gun or anything. Oh, like Frank West, right?
I think I got the one in front of the staircase.
You should. Yeah, female zombie. Wow.
I should be able to run out and then hook around.
Look at them circling around each other.
It's a lot more enemies than I fucking remember.
Yeah, it is. You need the stars key.
Son of a bitch.
You remember where it's at?
Yeah. I'm gonna try. If not, I'm just gonna load.
You're fine, man.
I forgot. I ran out of space. Don't touch me, man! Oh!
There you go.
I still gotta get down this part. It's the only thing that sucks.
You know, this would be a total different game if this is like with the The rage virus from 28 days later.
Come on, man, make a move. Thank you. This isn't where I was supposed to go, but I just wanted to reset.
Yeah, Kyle says they cheaped out on the dismemberment system that was in RE2 remake and 3 remake. Everyone complains about the missing content from 3 remake, which is a total justified, but I had that you couldn't blow zombies apart. Well, so that was the thing, is that 3 remake was supposed to be part of 2 originally. It was supposed to be like either an unlockable content or a DLC for the game, and then they ended up changing it to be a full-fledged game, so that's why it was not as full as it should have been. Imagine if the game had a Return of the Living Dead zombies. Oh man.
It wouldn't be survival horror at that point. You'd be fucked.
Wait, is she showing a little bit of?
Man, you really can't run past both of them. That's fucking stupid.
No. We haven't talking zombies.
Brains.
Hey, but then we might have a cameo from Michael Jackson. The Thriller zombie. Let's throw that away. Yeah, they had their B team. Yep, develop 3. I mean, I enjoyed what they did with 3 remake. I love the whole, like, the new transformations for Nemesis and stuff. I did feel it was a little too early. But, I mean, as much cut content they had in it. All that for 1 use key.
Made in heaven jacket.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Will you take G launcher? Yeah, I guess.
A bag of rabid weasels? That's hilarious. I mean, it's too bad you can't take the parts from Barry's desk there from the Magnum.
There's your screenshot, folks.
Yep. Wait a minute. Tib, you still in here? Is that you on the bottom left there?
Can you name everybody, Vince? Starting in the bottom right.
We got what? We got Forrest.
Say just starting in the bottom right. If you If you don't know, say so. Just say help, then
Yeah,
I'll name.
so
'Cause
Joseph.
I don't know. I don't know all of them.
You
So
don't
bottom
know all
right.
of them. You don't know. So Joseph, Jill, Chris, Enrico
Uh-huh.
should be.
It's the two on the far left that get kind of crazy. I want to say
Yes.
bottom left. Right up. So bottom left in the red vest, right above him. I think that's Forrest with the grenade launcher.
Yes, that's Forrest. You got
Okay. Then you got the dude that got his head bit off.
yeah, oh come on, what's the name? Hold
I know.
on. Damn it.
It's blank from Stars Bravo team.
Yeah. Well, because
He's a shadow of his former himself.
you got
So then
Richard,
next to him,
You got Richard in the middle. You have Wesker on the far. I mean, in the next to him.
right
You
next to
got
him,
Barry.
and then Barry,
You got Brad.
Brad.
The other one is the other helicopter pilot. Should be Edward Dewey, the tall guy over there. I mean,
The one standing up.
yeah, the one in the far left standing up is Edward Dewey.
So who is the red vest?
God, that's what I don't. Kurt Angle on the far left. Oh, Kenneth. Yeah, Kenneth is
Kenneth.
Joseph's on the far on the bottom next
So
to
Joseph
Jill.
Frost is on the bottom right because
Yeah.
he's the one with the bandana. So like you said, Joseph, Jill,
Little Mo with
Chris,
the gimp leg.
Enrico. Then red vest, and then black vest. Who was that? The other pilot.
Yeah, Edward Dewey.
So say that's Dewey, then Forest Fire, Kenneth, and then who's middle boy?
Last name starts with an S.
And then you have Wesker, Barry, and Brad.
Yeah, LOS. Yes. Oh, jeez. Do I need to go get my Resident Evil manual?
I'm pretty sure there's got to be a picture somewhere on the internet that
Explains who all those
that
guys
has
are.
all the names. Because like
Hold on.
I'm the ones I'm always the least I'm least confident about. The dude next to Wesker and in between Wesker and Kenneth, black vest and red vest are the ones I'm least confident about.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 photo of Alpha and Bravo team.
So apparently this is like a thing. Nobody knows who the fuck Red Vest is.
That's hilarious. Hold on. So on the Resident Evil wiki, let me see. I don't want ads. Screw your ads. So Barry Burton, Joseph Frost, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Brad Vickers, Albert Wesker. Then you got Richard Aiken, Rebecca Chambers, Edward Dewey, Enrico Marini.
Edward Dewey.
Yeah, Frost, Spare, and Kenneth Sullivan. So hold on, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. 7. Yeah, let me go grab my Resident Evil case. It has the names. Hold on. The manual. Who's the Red Frost? The red jacket dude? Alright. Let's look. We're getting on a deep side tangent here.
We're actually talking about the game.
Yeah, we're getting some awesome lore here. We got Gant. Wait.
Down.
Hey, careful. This might get me copyrighted. Careful.
Of the special members. 12th member, Joseph Frost, Richard Eichen, Edward Dewey.
Okay, so here's who he's pointing to.
This excludes the newest recruit being Rebecca Chambers.
So Rebecca Chambers is the only one that's not in here.
We see the
Yes.
following.
Okay.
Chris Redfield,
Obvious.
Jill Valentine,
Obvious.
Barry Burton,
Yes.
Obvious.
Brad Vickers,
Brad's in the best on the
Joseph
right.
Frost,
Joseph Frost.
Richard Eichen,
So Richard Aiken is the one in the
Forrest
middle.
Speyer,
Yes.
Enrico Marini, Kenneth J. Sullivan, and Albert Wesker.
So yeah, they don't know who Red Vest is.
Has always been a mystery. No notes or information has been found regarding.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Yeah. There we go.
So yeah, nobody knows who that jabron is.
Hey, Tib, I think they photoshopped you in the game, brother. Let me get the chat back up here a second. Let's see.
The boys of stars, I have some good news for you from my brother Joe. He has finalized a new handgun for official use. It is the M92F Star Special, but he calls it the Samurai Edge. It's the most balanced of the Kendo custom guns. Joe said if you miss targets with this, you should carry a teething ring instead of a gun in your holster. The goods will be delivered along with their proper documentation. I'm sure you'll be surprised when you see what kind of excellent parts are used for the M92F. I know that you'll want to thank the good people who developed it. Sincerely, Robert Kendo.
You know, the funny thing is like, remember we talked about the fact that, like, in the beginning of the manual, it talks about Edward Dewey, but then when you actually look at the bios of the characters and stuff, there's no Edward Dewey drawn at all in the back.
So, Dewey was the pilot for Bravo team, right?
Correct.
Then Vickers
okay,
was
so
pilot for Alpha.
So here's where the mystery thickens, right? Remember, they talk about they find the Bravo teams.
Richard Aiken was the one that was bitten by the snake.
Yes, but they find the pilot of the Bravo teams in the helicopter, which is not Edward Dewey because.
Are you saying they fucked up?
Well, no. What it is there was two pilots, and I think that was the other pilot dude.
There was Red Vest.
Yeah, I think that was Red Vest that got killed.
I'm pretty sure that video probably goes into it. Like,
Yeah.
who is this fucking guy?
Who's this dude?
He is this guy.
I totally missed some of the chat here. Hold on. Kyle said Joseph, Kurt Angle on the left, starts to the nest. Yes, okay, read all that part. Wesker looks like Maynard. Oh man, in that potato or in that photo. Sorry, read that wrong. Come on, Vince. Edward Dewey, and it's not one of the scrap characters from the first concept art. I don't think so. With Gregory or the badass cyber ninja dude, cyborg dude, Larry Burton, Barry's brother. Claims that the red vest is actually the brother of the dude who runs. Oh wow, that's interesting. So Quora claims that Red Vest is actually the brother of the dude who runs Kendo's shop. Wasn't that the name Edward Dewey originally was taken from a comic relief character from the early skits or the sketches. Well,
Are you coming, ho?
technically we did have Edward Dewey in a game, and that was Zero. He freaking gets killed on the train.
He's like, fuck you, man.
Do you think you got enough ammo? Do you need to use the grenade launcher on him?
Well, I got two options. I can fucking fight him again
Yep, and get the drop.
and use my shit, but I'd want to save it beforehand. But I'm gonna burn an ink ribbon, or I just run past him and run to the room I need to go to. You know what? We'll do it for the content.
Yeah. We're doing it. We're doing it live. We're doing it for you guys.
And worst comes to worst, I'll just start cheating and using save states.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Cause fuck this game. No. Yeah, but I don't know why, man, but there's like way more monsters than I remember. I guess it really has been a while since I played.
Well, dude, there's like so many different variants of like different creatures in here too. You mean you got the different liquors, the frog ones, and the
Yeah, but they come at like specific parts. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yeah.
So it's not too bad. All right, I just know I cannot get hit by his fucking rockets.
Beep, 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 beep. Whoosh.
I know, right? As soon as you open the door, I think he shoots. Oh fuck!
I love how it looks like it's grafted to his arm.
Oh, I forgot about that. He matrixed me.
Yeah, he just matrix you.
Fucking bitch.
Ooh.
And rocket to the face.
I love that since there isn't a door opening animation for Nemesis, you can just chill during the chase as long as the door is in frames. True. I think that that scene when you die and just starts playing that music is so annoying because it happens a lot. You know, you're not wrong, Ronnie. He is dressed like Neo from the Matrix or someone from the Matrix.
Dude, I completely forgot about that fucking dodge. Ah, come on, I didn't go up the fucking stairs, dickhead.
He is, yes, that is correct. He is very Matrix Cinemite core. Yeah.
Demons to some, angels to others, bitch.
It'd be hilarious. He hits you and just you go into the animation of going up the stairs.
Bro, I'm point blank. Why would you shoot a rocket? I honestly
Yeah, it
thought the
does.
stairs would be a better idea.
The dodge gets bad during the clock tower fight. Yeah, man. Oh, man.
I wonder if I can dodge the rocket.
Yeah, there you go. Remember, there is no spoon.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think I'm just gonna run.
You just gonna run?
Yeah, because I mean, I know he probably drops like a health spray or some good shit, but
What's up, Boylan? How you doing, brother?
I'm just not that good anymore. And there's no fucking room to move.
Umbrella. Man, Umbrella sent him out with the hand-me-down rocket launcher, right? That doesn't KO you in one shot. He dodges every freeze round. What's your pleasure, sir? Shit, likes he looks
Well,
like
you can
that's
kill
like
him. You can kill him with the knife pretty easy.
Watch out for the dogs. Nice. I've seen people run left or right at the end of that hallway and dodge his rockets until he throws it down. Just got out of work. A volume of work ramped up because of upcoming holiday. I understand that.
Dude, how much health does fucking dog have?
Tell everyone about the giveaway, Vince. Okay, Ryan. So don't forget, guys, we are giving a giveaway of 3 items during the toy showcase next week. I have the giveaway rules posted on a comment on my community tab. But basically, what you want to do is make sure that you are in the stream between me and Ryan between tomorrow and Monday of next week. You need to be subscribed to both me and Retro Ryan, as well as you want to submit a video to me telling me what your favorite toy is or was growing up or now. But yeah, check out the thing. We're giving away a Prince Adam and Cringer 2-pack from the Motu Origins based off the Filmation animation. We're giving away a Halloween Michael Myers. It was Halloween 5, Curse of Michael Myers NECA figure, as well as the NECA TMNT wrestling figures of the Turtles based off the Archie comic. So yeah, check it out, guys. If you want to enter, read the rules and submit your stuff. Yeah, 3 winners. Basically, we'll be raffling off each item with a the rotation of the wheel. Can't you shoot the rockets out of midair? I thought you could. I don't remember. Is this the original version or the? No, this is the original. It's just touched up with the emulation version he's using. Andrew's using right now.
Oh, I forgot. That's closed off.
Yep.
I can fucking fight him.
While you're waiting, while you get this going, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Let you take the mantle for a minute, Andrew.
Oh.
Don't leave me behind in this game.
What's your pleasure, Mr. Harvey?
go pee. Might as well get a drink too, so. Throw away my stuff. All right, so $300 in prizes, nice uncensored version. You just got to be in the stream, my stream next week, and Vince's giveaway also. Let me see, Looney Tunes, ass moment, easy as winning $300 in prizes. Dead end exit to the menu. I mean, who doesn't want to search turtles? Especially for free. Showcase damn. Did he just take a bazooka shot in the face with that zombie? Yes, he did.
I don't think I have the ammo for it. So I gave him all 6 grenade rounds.
So you gave him the business to the face, and he didn't do. He just he flinched, right? Maybe.
I don't know if I have the fucking resources to do it.
%, Ryan. It is a way to give back to the community for watching our amazing toy show that we do. Had been doing for like 40 weeks. Yeah, you don't have enough shotgun rounds. I mean, because doesn't his health...
Well, there's another there's another box in the briefing room. There's another box of 7 shells
for the rocket launcher.
For the shotgun.
Oh, for the shotgun. Okay.
So that technically is an option to grab that. But what I don't remember about this game is if his health resets when you go in and out of rooms, which means I'd have to go in there. Take out the fucking dogs with the infinite life. Which there's rounds right there that I have to use. Then I have to wait for him to come into that hallway, rush into the STARS office, go get all that shit, and then make sure I get around him to get back out into this L-shaped hallway where I have a little bit more breathing room to fight him. Because I hit him with all 6 shells. I hit him with all 6 rounds of shotgun, and I was hitting him with pistol.
Okay, so it says that
beat me.
In Resident Evil 3, Nemesis does not have his health reset when you leave a room or re-enter it. Leaving a room will not restore Nemesis' health, so any damage you inflict on him in one room will carry over to the next, according to multiple playthrough forums. This means that you can effectively weaken him by fighting him in multiple areas, and he will not regenerate health if you return to a previously visited room. While Nemesis' health does not reset, he can undergo regeneration of mutations and develop new abilities as he is damaged. I will
say this, even if his rockets reset, that's fine, because I actually thought it was a lot easier to dodge his rockets. So look, I'm gonna dodge him now, and I'm gonna run into that hallway where the dogs are, so I can go get the shotgun shells, so I can have those ready.
So Ronnie says, according to GameFAQs, he does. So
we already know he took 6 and 6, so
I know his rockets reset you to leave a room. He has 5 rockets. Okay.
I'm gonna try the walking strategy and see if it works.
Let me see.
Oh fuck!
Oh, shit. Let's say if I manage to shoot him a few times, then I go to another room. Does his health regenerate to max when I enter the other room, or does the game remember how much damage you took? Like many other enemies in the game, Nemesis does indeed regenerate if you leave a room he is in.
Yeah, well, I technically haven't heard him yet.
That goes to show how much a resilient badass he is. Aside from a full powered Nemesis is heading into the heart of action. Every time you see Nemesis, you have to make sure you drop him once, not killing him, then change the room. If he follows you, nice. There you go. Almost.
Bullshit.
Man, I want that outfit that Jill's wearing that I would, be able to take a rocket launcher to the face.
Saw that.
Yeah, refill your... Oh, you bastard. Check my text real quick. Yeah, no problem, Ryan. Give me a second. I'll check it right now.
See, I was talking about with the animation, you don't get enough time. Bullshit. Fucking fake ass game.
Why don't you just let him chase you to that area by the bookstore where he gets stuck in that corner? Yeah, go find him back at the entrance of the police station again.
Go run all the way back out to the front. Here's the thing, though. I hit him with more ammo now than I did in the fucking first part.
So Ronnie says, "No cheese, brother. Dairy free." Can't believe Roman Reigns stole Nemesis taunt. Yeah, that's true. Yo, what's up, Jacob? How's it going, brother? What are you drinking tonight? Jill and Nemesis OnlyFans? Hey, there you go. What's that gonna... It's only a $5 subscription to that OnlyFans. You should have said, because I ain't no bitch. Stars. It'd be hilarious if you walking by that zombie in that one area. I love I just like you hear the door open and he's just running. He's booking it.
damn it. Fuck.
What's good, fellas? Life, man. Oh, what happened? What happened?
Forgot the lighter.
Oh, yeah. You did need the light. Drinking blood of our enemies. Cheers to all of my friends. I'm just drinking plain tea. No twisted tea tonight. Just sounded cool to say. Nah, you ain't wrong there, Ryan. Do you need the lockpick right now? I don't think you need it, right?
I'm to be headed back in that direction. If I'm not gonna fight him, if anything, I really don't need the health right now.
Yeah. Ha ha ha, tall boy of the blood of your enemies after a hard day's work.
Oh, I guess I don't use it here.
Really?
Yeah. Guess you can only burn a fucking painting once.
Yeah, in the second game. Stars. Gotta have my stars. What does Nemesis have for breakfast? Starios. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, damn it. It's the most pain-ass part of this figure. Yo, zombie, made it back in time. Come on, damn. There we go. Nemesis' favorite cable channel, stars. That's pretty good, Ronnie. It's pretty good, man. I actually started my day with some eggs, a bowl of grape nuts. Nice, dude. I had kolaches. Alright, hold on. Let's get this to do work. needs to be. You need to go in here. Bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah, hold on. This needs to come this way. We need to turn this. Alright, folks, so I'm putting Devastator while Andrew's playing in his combined mode with the 4 of the Constructicons that I have. So, there you go. I don't know if you can see it or not. Nemesis' favorite Pixar film, Cars. That's funny. This part is technically before Leon and Claire make it to the Fleet RPD, so they gotta save the painting for that. Well, the problem is that Marvin's dead, unless he's just passed out. The Devastator was a great roller coaster until it got killed. It killed all those people. Yeah.
I lived here all my life.
Shake and bake, and I helped. Have to go. Have a great one. Take care, everybody. Surrounded by zombie doggies. Well, later, brother. Thanks for hanging out, man. Have a good stream tonight. In the words of Devastate, in the words of Megatron, Constructicons merge for the kill. Ba-da, ba-da. Alright, now for this and this and split. Come on, damn it. There we go. Ooh. Nice clickety clackety sound. Y'all seen that shirt with Cliff Burton and Lars with the caption? It should have been Lars. All right, Devastator, come on, fit your head right into place. Come on. There we go.
The Mercenary's Diary. September 1st. Following 6 months of intensive training, my body's edge has returned. I was a good soldier, but they ordered my execution with no reason given. I was tortured and forced to give a false confession. So see, here's what happened to fucking
Billy
Cohen.
Cohen. Yep.
He is dead. But in the morning of my execution, a miracle happened. The company had helped me out, giving me a second lease on life. Oh. September 15th. I ended my vacation short and returned to the HQ office. It looks like the UBCS unit's been called into action. Umbrella maintains its own paramilitary unit to counter corporate terrorism and VIP abduction. In addition, they have nightmen who specialize in handling problems caused by illegal products. I'm currently a member of the latter. September 28th. Dawn's here, but we're still slogging through this nightmare. There are no provisions of any kind here. The undead walk the streets, feeding upon the flesh of the living. Given the choice again, I would have rather been executed. Death row was a heavenly asylum compared to this place. I've chosen to pull the trigger myself in the hope that my dead body won't come back to life.
Hey, look, it's Billy Cohen right there. He's dead.
Right next to the trash where he belongs.
Where's P Mark, man? Like, he would have laughed at that. All right, so so let me see if I can do this so you guys can see it. Here's a little bit more of Devastator.
I ain't afraid of no fucking roller coaster.
No, we had the Twister here, didn't we? You know, the funny thing is like this game is so brutal, but it has so much health items and shit everywhere.
They're gonna use it.
Yep. Yes, you are. That'd be true. You want some too? I got a Scooby snack. I love how the bus just like flew over the cars in this small like area.
Read that.
Nothing especially special. Oh man. The typos be real here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, come on, damn it.
Broke his neck until he drowned.
Broke his neck until it went click. Oh. It be the car garage. Yeah, which one do I need? Yeah, that one. Yo, hold on. Let me get the chat back up. Sorry, guys. Nemesis. Welcome. I ain't afraid of no roller coaster. Vince, did you and Ryan do an episode dedicated to it? So we were going to do one, but it got scrapped because we're gonna be. I'm gonna. So episode 40 is gonna be the final episode for season 1 of the Toy Showcase. I will definitely come back to it. It won't be with Ryan on the episode. It'll be somebody else. So maybe I can do that with Andrew if you're down at one of those episodes we do next year for season 2.
Next year.
Next year, we may not even be here next year. Yeah, so no, we'll definitely cover one. Let me see. Billy was tired from carrying this franchise on his back and blew his brains out. Ryan doesn't want to. I mean, well, I know Andrew doesn't want to hear that.
Fuck.
Screw Billy. Let me see. Make sure smoke some of that grass. That shot looks amazing. They went all out on the pre-rendered backgrounds for this game. It looks incredible. The power cable looks very similar to the guitar to a guitar cable. This game definitely aged well. I appreciate the PS1 graphics. Claire looks hot. The details.
Well, keep in mind too that is the upscaling
Yeah.
doing a lot of the work.
That is
In fact,
true.
I think I can downscale it in real time.
Without having to restart. Yeah, you can try it.
Yeah.
All right, so for those of y'all interested, here is Devastator in its semi-complete form. Missing Mixmaster and Scavenger.
So this is what it originally looked like.
Oh yeah, the janky polygonal shapes on her. You know, the PlayStation really came a long way from with like Lara Croft having triangles for boobs versus like these well-rounded shapes on Jill here.
Yeah. So then we'll bump that resolution back up to 720p. And there we go.
It's amazing how the resolution actually does a whole lot of stuff on this.
Yeah, no, it cleans it up big time. That's why the mods that they make, even for the Nintendo 64, for all these consoles, even the Super Nintendo, PlayStation, all of them, the HDMI mods that they do plug in directly to the video output. So you see like what the image was supposed to look like if it didn't have to be translated from an analog signal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's coming through on the video or not, but I have to disagree very much with Boiling Blood. It's a different. I don't know if you wear glasses, but it's a difference between looking at something with your glasses off versus on.
Yeah, it really does change like for the shading of the polygons and everything, and the smoothness. It actually gives it like some really good. It gives her some really good textures. Oh yeah, FF7 square hands and Lego bodies. Oh wow, that does look much smoother. Kyle says.
Yeah, no, I mean, because this is essentially close to what the native image is supposed to look like. That's why those HDMI mods that like you open up your system and you take those cables and you solder them to the chips inside, mainly the video output, or I think it's the video output. It's something similar to that. And you get an unfiltered digital signal that doesn't have to be converted to analog, and so it looks close to this.
The detail is ridiculous. Like, why is there the shot of Doc and Marty from Back to the Future 3 inside the gas station with the lorry inside? The slight blur, the edges, the polygons that still look very fine. So, and that's one of those things, right? So, like, if you have the right output for this to look the way it was supposed to look, like the way the programmers designed it. I mean, we have a lot of people like, oh, I want to play on our CRT, and I'm not knocking anybody who wants to play on a CRT, but like you're playing with what the image is supposed to look like right here versus.
Yeah, the CRT, the scan lines. What they used to do, and it happened a lot on like Super Nintendo and
Yep.
Genesis. That a lot of the artifacting that you would see would actually get hidden and smoothed out in between the scan lines on a CRT. So that's why like pixel art looked really good. You got a similar effect with like the PlayStation with 32-bit era. Not so much, to a lesser degree, the N64 because of how that whole thing worked. So a lot of the games look so blurry and the draw distance was shit. Um, but yeah, I think one of the coolest things I ever saw was somebody had a modded 64, the HDMI mod, and it was wild seeing what those games looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, they showed like the potential of a raw like HD signal. Um, I can give you a somewhat close approximation with Project 64. I have one game.
Yeah, Bowling said he's looking through a phone. He's looking on a
Yeah,
phone through a.
so boiling, yeah, you don't really get the sense of like it's so much of a stark contrast between what you saw versus what like we've constantly been playing. That's why it's real. I mean, if you had the chance on a PS2 to upgrade from the RCA jacks to the component cables, you got a similar like uh
I don't want to be reminded that the big beautiful bill passed. I'm sorry. Just like, why is my phone telling me that when I don't care? Anyway.
this is a mod off of Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. So if you're very familiar with N64 games and what they're supposed to look like, this should kind of stand out to you like a stark contrast. This is a raw Nintendo 64 image. Oh, anyway, you get the idea.
Yeah, it was a bit loud on my end, but yeah, no, I totally do. I could see it. Oh yeah, the components are way better according to what my cousin told me back in the day. But my shitty TV at the time was RCA. I think most of our TVs were shitty RCA. Kobe off with Nemesis. Oh, Andrew, did you tell Kyle what you told me about like Robert not wanting to play the RoboCop game?
it's just how he is. He plays what he wants to play.
Man, that RoboCop
Like,
game is the shit.
I mean, for 13 years, or 14 years, I tried to get him to play Blood Dragon. He's not going to do it. So typically, what I do is I'll mention it to him once. He'll be like, "Meh," and then I'll never bring it back up.
Dude, it's got freaking Michael Biehn as the voice of the main character. I mean, like, what's not to love?
Well, at the time, he kept saying that me and Bobby had hyped it up too much, and I kept telling him, I was like, "Dude, just it lives up to it." And then, so he is sort of like a revenge for me not playing Mass Effect at the time. He definitely took his time playing that shit.
I walked back in the room and that music was loud as F. And I almost said, "Andrew, turn it down." And I realized it was my TV. I had it all the way up.
There's that one room I had to go back to.
I mean, I'm looking forward to 9. But did you see the gameplay demo where they were talking about the stuff about the reason why they decided not to choose Leon and went with her as the main character? Then you got to see some of the gameplay footage where she's walking down the halls in some room or some like asylum or something or hospital, and she's got like this large creature chasing her, like it's freaking one of the
Well,
creatures
the
from The
theory is that
Room.
that's Lisa Trevor.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, which would make sense if she survived and she just happened to make it
Well, I mean,
to
for all
Raccoon
intents and
City.
purposes, she's indestructible.
Yes.
Everything we read.
Well, I mean, she's the progenitor to what Nemesis became.
Bars. If she's the progenitor to what Nemesis became, and she's indestructible, I'd say she's the better version.
Well, yeah. Well, because remember, like they had to put inhibitors on his power and stuff. That was part of the reason why he was wearing that suit, which is weird. But that's why he mutates the way he does.
It cuts off circulation to the balls.
Yeah, Kyle said he's set in his ways. He's always been. He has been that way. We've got the tick monsters.
Is Chimera?
They look like chimeras. You know,
Shit, which
honestly,
direction did I come
I
from?
miss hanging out with like all you guys, like back in the day from high school. Oh, because Leon is an action character now. Yeah, I agree. He wouldn't be. He doesn't need to be scared. The player is the one who's going to be feeling the fear.
See, it's talk like that why we got in Resident Evil 6,
Yes,
where you had to
exactly,
unlock
exactly.
fucking XP just to be able to reload faster with Leon, who's been living this life forever.
I still think they could have made. You know what? Honestly, I still think that Leon's probably going to be a character in the game, or maybe be a main character somehow. They're going to pull a Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and have it to where it's like you're going to play as this character for a little bit, and then Leon's going to show up and be the main character rescuer. That'd be awesome. Brain suckers or drain
Speaking of
Umos.
like looking at that list, so I just finished Daymare 1994,
Yeah,
and it has a ton of Easter eggs in that game. And then the first one, Daymare 1998, was definitely a survival horror game. This one, not so much, but tons of Easter eggs, and they even canonically the what is it, Outpost 31 or whatever it's called in the thing.
yeah.
They canonically worked that into the story that was originally set up as a portal or as a facility to. So there's not giving too much away for anybody who wants to play it. There's a specific metal alloy that's sort of like alien, but it was in Earth, and through various manipulation, it can lead to teleportation technology. And so they figured out that one of these portals they can open up is in Antarctica. So they originally had set up one of those bases in Outpost 31. so they could teleport there as part of a training ground. So I thought that was pretty cool how they worked that in there. And then there's like bags of like soil. They're white bags of soil called earth, the exact same texture from Resident Evil 1. That bag of earth that you get,
Hmm.
or it's chemical, and
Yeah.
then you go and dump it into that water machine that feeds the first bit of Plant 42 that makes it wither and die, so you can grab the key
Yep.
that's on the wall. It's just tons of little stuff like that. It was really cool, although it did have the worst designed boss fight ever. Like Nemesis is bad, especially the first iteration of Nemesis. Um, but the boss fight in Daymare 1994, man, it's this thing. So you're trying to like, basically you're trying to get out of the facility. You're running, the self destruct sequence has been activated, and you have to go through a series of gates that are on timers. So you hit the timer, and then you turn around, you kill any monsters that come after you. Well, the boss teleports, and you have like what's it like a gun that shoots out like freaking liquid nitrogen, and you use that to freeze the boss. The problem is that you only get like a half second to start freezing it, and if not, it grabs you, teleports you, and takes you all the way back to the beginning of this like end stage, and all the monsters respawn.
Oh damn.
And it is the most annoying freaking thing.
Yeah, this whole puzzle's gone. Look at her ice skate. And the timer doesn't start over.
No, it's I don't know if that'd be better or worse. Oh man, there's a fucking Nemesis fight coming up.
Sorry about the yawning.
No, I'm gonna find a save room. I think I'm gonna call it because I didn't. I still technically work today. So to make a
Oh.
long story short, uh, they fired the manager in Canada, the IT manager in Canada, who pretty much invented and set up our whole network. Um,
You gotta be kidding me.
he's a very very smart guy, and he's the type of dude that save room up to the left. He's the type of guy that like if he's right about something, he's gonna let you know, like, hey, what you said is wrong. I'm right. Um, the thing is though is that he's practically right all the time. He lacks that politicking skill,
Hmm.
and to be able to sort of get his point across without like pissing people off. Now I'm used to it because it's like he's right, he's like right all the time. And when the higher ups kept coming up with these projects that were stupid, he would give them the data that shows it cannot be completed in the time frame they want. It's going to go over budget. You're basically stupid for trying to think this way. And they just pretty much were like, you know what? We'll cut off. I used the term they cut off their nose despite their face.
Yes.
Somebody else said no. This guy, as important as he is, they cut off their head despite their body. I was like, you may be right. I think that's like how bad we're looking at it right now.
Well, yeah. You if you
Um,
cut off the person who created the whole network and everything, and they probably did not back up any kind of knowledge base documents for any of that stuff. Yeah.
so a lot of the big stuff he does have documents that he put together for a lot of the big stuff that we have. But there's some smaller projects like that he would get thrown onto, and he's like, okay, I'll just do it, and none of that has documentation.
Hmm.
And that's where the team's kind of like, oh shit, because there was certain stuff that only he could do that I would still go to him for.
Yeah. Damn.
So we when that happened, it was funny because I was talking to my supervisor and I said, "Hey, I'm off Thursday and Friday, and he's off. My supervisor's off the whole week." I said, "Who's going to watch the help desk?" And he was like, "Oh, Matthew will watch it while you're gone." I said, "Okay, cool." And then Monday, oh yeah, they let him go. Oh my,
Oh god.
what the hell are we gonna do, bro? So next week is going to be very interesting. So yeah, so I basically I logged in today and I worked. Technically, I have to do it tomorrow, so I'm going to wake up and log in the morning and kind of check things out and see how they're going. As long as there's no emergencies, I'm really not going to do much. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
anyway,
I mean that's the thing. Like for me, is like I'm luckily hourly, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. But yeah, that's super frustrating considering. But like I was lucky today that we got to leave early, and it's so weird with my job. I love my job, but then there's these moments where like, why can't they like send a notification out to the whole like Houston staff that hey, we're letting you guys leave a little early. They just kind of like leave it in like limbo until like someone just shows up, or we just get this message from our team lead that hey, yeah, they said we could leave. I'm like, oh, I wasn't told anything. Or like when we have storm stuff going on.
I changed the resolution at 1080p, so like everything's sharper, but the backgrounds get blurrier.
Yeah. So there's a happy mix between what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I like. Look, I'm gonna go back. So I already saved it. I'm gonna go back to PlayStation 1 mode. Oh my god.
Damn it, it's a
Yeah,
holiday
and
tomorrow. I'm glad.
it's funny. You can see like the textures are there. It's just the output that the PlayStation just couldn't do it without mods.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, I'm off tomorrow too, boiling, but it's just like we have this thing where like we'll have storms, man. Like cuz we're so close to the coast and everything, we'll get like weird tornadoes or hurricanes come through sometimes and they're like, "Oh yeah, one's about to hit the Gulf tomorrow and probably pass through Houston." But like they'll wait to the last minute like, oh yeah, hey, here's an email from HR saying that, hey, go ahead and work from home tomorrow. Just be safe.
Yeah.
You
If you
know,
have
it's like
if you
wait
have
till
power.
yeah, if you have power, it's wait till you go home and wait till you come in the office, and then we'll like tell you 2 hours after you've been in the office, hey, we decided that we're gonna have people go home. It's like, come on, guys, like, why can't you have good communication skills for your
I will
employees?
say for all the faults at my own job, that's one thing that they definitely do get right. But there's a reason why, because no company ever does anything out of the goodness of their heart. So what uh what they did, so basically like 15, 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
there was a storm coming and they didn't cancel work and some dude got into a car wreck on the way, like broke both of his legs and jacked his shit up. So after that, they were like, "Oh, okay, we probably should be a little bit more proactive when it comes to, you know, looking at storms and making sure everybody's okay." So that's the real reason why. Like they're good now when it comes to that, but the reason being is that somebody, got tore up on the way to work. But yeah, so typically whenever there's a storm coming, I think they usually will call it like a day or two before, and they go,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, yeah, this thing's gonna hit us, so just don't even come in. Obviously, if your salary, you're okay." And then depending on how bad it is, what they'll do is they'll go ahead and tell you to stay home if
Yeah.
you're hourly, and like you can use a PTO day that day, and then if it goes like another day or so, they'll usually pay those days. And then if it goes longer than that, then you have to use your PTO. So they kind of work with you to a degree, but yeah, I will say that's the one thing that they're good at. So on those days, As long as I have power, I'm usually pretty happy about those days because I'll sit and play games and I'll just kind of watch the help desk. And I think one guy actually had started like a big project right before Barrel hit,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Do you think you'd be able to help me?" And I'm like, if I have power." And then he's like, "Well, you don't have backup power." I said, "Do you?"
No.
He's like, "Yeah, I bought a whole Generac system." And I said, "Okay, well, break me off some of that money you spent on a Generac, and I'll go ahead and I'll gladly have backup power." Like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, "Man, it's just gonna be a little bit of rain." And then no, that wasn't.
Dude, it's never a little gonna rain in Houston, man. Like it either knocks off the power grid or it's so flooded you can't get anywhere. And
So today we had a thunderstorm around here. The rain came out of nowhere, flooded up the streets, pretty crazy. But there wasn't a whole bunch of like lightning or anything like that. And then right at the end, when the rain started to let up, some of the lightning started to hit,
mhm.
knocked us out for about an hour. You could hear the transformer, like it's a couple of houses over, and you could hear it going. I was like, oh shit. Like our power kept clicking on, clicking off. I was like, no, nah, we're not playing that. So I went out to the breaker and I killed the main house power from the breaker box.
Yeah.
I just said, we'll wait until everybody's back on, and then I'll click it on.
No, because we'll have that problem too. And then like Anna will like shut off my computer because that's the main thing she worries about. And then she'll go off and hit our ACs and all that stuff, especially if I'm not here. But it's the worst because we have like an old building where I work, and half the time like the power will go out, and then our servers will go out because we don't have any really good ups. Unfortunately, we're replacing them and everything,
Mm.
but then they'll like just shut off. Like the building will shut off, and we're like, "What's going on?" Like we're in the middle of a work day. Oh, it's just so annoying because like we just to deal with like all this stuff because we just rent this office space we use.
Let's see, that's one of the things that guy had done was that he got everything that we have. Oh, excuse me. He got everything that we had on prem,
Hmm.
and we have it running through a data center on the north side of town. So as long as you can like if you're working remotely, as long as you can hit the VPN and tunnel to
Yeah,
it, you can keep going. So a lot of people will do that, especially people with like no lives. And there will be storms or general chaos, zombies. Well, yeah, I went ahead and I logged in, but my password's not working. Can you help me? And it's like,
The
dude,
Walking Dead.
I'm fighting for my life over here, and you want to run some part numbers? So, and we do have people like that, but Anyway, yeah, Resident Evil 3 is tougher than I remember.
Yeah, so we can keep doing this until we finish it.
Yeah.
Since it's pretty early for me, I know you're. I'm probably gonna take a break, and I'm probably gonna just start streaming something else for a little bit because I still want a game since I was just hanging out. I'll have to figure out what it is. I'll start streaming again for you guys here in a little bit. But yeah, Andrew, thanks, man. This was fun. I had a good time watching. So hopefully, we'll get a little further next time. I know we were trying to get that Nemesis kill at the beginning, so you get the Magnum rounds.
Well, I know. So if you kill him in every part, you'll get something, but the ones that matter the most are the ones where you have the choice.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
So coming up to the diner there where Carlos ran into, that's another choice battle.
Hmm.
So when we get ready to load it up, excuse me, since my save point's right there, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at it because I think that's one of the ones where you can hurt him with like an environmental thing, and
Yeah,
that kind of gives you a leg up.
I think it is too. I don't remember, but I think it is. It's been a while.
Yeah. So
Um, yeah. So yeah, what we want to do this next Thursday gives us time to figure some stuff out. We can still. So that's another thing, guys. We're working on trying to get Parsec and Duck Station to work, so that way me and Andrew can actually play some games together. Outside of doing this where we're switching back and forth. But I mean that's another thing too is we could be able to do something where we play a game and switch off at certain points. But
you know what? I might even message one of those dudes like on Twitter or something because they play emulators as well.
Hmm.
because like they'll play like old SmackDown games, which are on PlayStation 2. So you're gonna need a PS2 emulator, and PCSX2 is one of the more popular ones. So I know that's what they're doing. I feel like we were close.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
it
and
was
I don't
registering.
really count the Ninja Turtle thing because that's a fan game. It's open BOR,
Yeah.
so I don't really count that one. Um, but yeah, I might do what the guy did in the video I watched and download that little free game and just to see conceptually that it works with
Yeah.
our setup.
Hmm.
And then if it does, then we know, okay, forget about the Ninja Turtle thing because that's a specialized game. It really does come down to the emulators and their individual setup.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
so, if I got to hit up a forum or something, I might take a look at that. I feel like we were close. So
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, because I know we want to play the rest of the Resident Evil games, start working on the remakes of that stuff, as well as playing Outbreak 1 and 2 together. So once
which that's going to be easy because that's there's fans that had set up a little server.
Mhm.
The guy bought server space for like super cheap because I think it can support like 20 people playing at once. But I mean, everybody got it out of their system like 8, 10 years ago when he first finished the project. So, there's never anybody on there. Like when I first logged in and I got the welcome message, I was like, oh, it's badass. But I mean, it is what it is. It's Resident Evil Outbreak. You play it a couple of times, and you pretty much you got it. You might come back to it years later. There's a couple of people that do, like that Residents of Evil. I think he uses the same setup, the same server. So when he plays with people, they all connect that way. So that's just set up on your end. If we don't have to worry about parsec or anything on that, since we are technically playing that game online.
Yeah,
It's just parsec is best for couch co-op games. Essentially, anything that would have been split screen, two players, you put two controllers in. That's what that's for.
well, if that's the case, then I mean, we could probably have it open as a open community night thing. Once we get it all set up, people can help that. We can help them get it set up, and like guys within our
Yeah,
group.
and all you need is preferably an Xbox or a PlayStation controller
Hmm.
plugged into your computer, preferably USB-C, and parsec. That's it.
Yeah. Speaking of power outages at work, we had several backups since we were a hospital and people are on life support. Ugh. Yeah, no,
Yeah, they
that's
gotta
rough.
have it.
Yeah, you got to have it. Well, like the job I used to work for, we had two giant, like I mean, diesel engine generators. I mean, like they were, uh, I mean, the size of freaking like trailers. Two, I mean, just massive, and that would basically cover us for I think 24 to 48 hours, or probably a little bit more because it had whatever the fuel we were running and burning in it. But I remember you could tell whenever the generators kicked on because like certain functions wouldn't. I mean, the lights would work, internet would work, or servers would be good. The AC would be hit or miss. But yeah, uh, then we moved to that other building. They had they put one big one there to cover our section. So
I see if the power goes out. So we have a couple of different facilities, but it's kind of the same at all of them.
mhm.
The head of maintenance, he has like a generator on standby. And I mean, this thing is like it's not like a run of the mill generator. This thing is as big as a truck.
Yeah,
And they'll haul it in and hook it up to our buildings to get power going.
so it's
They're
not
ridiculous
stationary.
like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, it runs off of diesel, and they'll usually tolerate like a day down. If it gets to 2 days, they start fucking going nuts. And yeah, they ended up buying both of those generators
they spent, I don't know how much it was, like $30,000-$40,000 on both of them, and they just sit there. And I think the only thing is though, he has to take them to go get filled with diesel at like a special place, and then brings them back. But see, I can't. I think it was Barrel. They were able to run the first couple of days after Barrel, but then like diesel started to get hard to come by, and then eventually we were down again until everything got fixed. But anyway, so I'm gonna go. I am gonna answer one question. It looks like Kyle. He said, and the timer doesn't start over. I'm guessing you're talking about
He's
the daymare.
yeah, Damon.
So if she grabs you 4 times, it's game over. It's annoying because the enemies respawn. So when you're fighting them, you got your gun, and by that time, especially if you play it the right way, and I know I did, I had a ton of ammo with me. You can fight the enemies. The thing is, though, is there's 2 types of enemies. There's these enemies that are kind of have like blue on them. They can go down by normal gunfire, especially headshots. Then you have red enemies that have like they kind of have like red on their bodies. You have to freeze them because they're invulnerable to gunfire. You have to freeze them first and break them apart like T1000. The thing is, though, she will spawn both in her area, or the teleporting monster will spawn both. So you have to freeze both of them. And then if you've upgraded your freeze pack enough, you got to make sure you still have enough freeze to slow her down because she's like coming at you very slowly. She's like, because you're freezing her. You have to piss her off to the point she starts teleporting away like Nightcrawler. She moves like Nightcrawler from X-Men. Then by that time, the 2 monsters you already froze have been unfrozen. So you have to take care of them. You use a quick injector pack to give you like half of your freeze back. Take care of those 2 dudes and then let it slowly build up naturally and hope you catch her on one of her teleports to freeze her to the point where she disappears for about a minute. Then you go hit the button on the gate, restart the gate timer, and then you move on to the next area. There's 3 areas like that. Um, and it's terrible because you're not meant to kill her. You have to piss her off with the freeze to where you can run and eventually get to the evac point. And then in true fan service Resident Evil style, when you make it there, the dude that's waiting on you says duck, and he pulls out a rocket launcher and he hits her with it. And I don't think she dies. It's just like, oh shit, okay. So yeah, it was you saw how crunk I was getting just playing Resident Evil 3. This one was pissing me off. So Daymare is a fun game. The story was good. It starts to get a little more paranormal than I wanted it to towards the end, but you find out why. So it kind of makes sense. Um, but yeah, they left their roots of like survival horror with Daymare 1998, which you could tell didn't have the biggest budget, but their heart was in the right place, and I think they really pulled it off. Daymare 1998 is awesome.
Yeah.
1994 is a bit more of an action-ish game, especially once you figure out how to use the freeze pack the right way. You're stacking your ammo, and you can use it sparingly, and the it's very like conspiracy laden, which was the cool part until it starts getting into paranormal, and then it was like, okay, whatever. So yeah, that's what it was. So that boss fight, it's the worst boss fight I have ever played in my life. There's ones that are hard that you have to like adjust your strategy on. This one was just stupid because there were times where I knew where she was coming. I'd catch her with the freeze, but because I was only like the tiniest millisecond off, it wasn't enough to stop her, and then she'd come and grab me. And I wouldn't even run through the section again. I was so mad. I would like just reload the game.
I
And
know
when
those feelings.
I finally did it, I was like, I don't even feel accomplished. This is shit. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm through some of the harder parts on Resident Evil 3. I got a pretty good idea of how to handle it going from here. Um, so yeah, I think with the rest of the Nemesis encounters, if it's not one of the ones that specifically gives you the choice, I'm just gonna pass it up. So I think we saw in that hallway, hit him with 6 grenade shots. I hit him with all of my shotgun and even my pistol, and it still wasn't enough.
And even if I won, it's a pyrrhic victory because of what the hell am I going to have left?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, true.
So I'm going to save it just for the cutscene battles. So yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass, dude. Like if you don't think you'll ever play that game, I do recommend going and watching someone play. Now, granted, you'll probably end up finding someone that's like a beast and they pull it off their first try. The closest I found, the best strategy I found was to put your back to a wall because that cuts off one of the possible ways that she can like appear behind you. But what the game does to make up for it is that instead of her appearing behind you and you have to 180, she'll just appear to your side, but she'll be like super close, and that's what got me a few times. But there's a pattern, so yeah, it wasn't. It was bullshit. I was like, man, this is the fakest game I've ever played in my life. I mean, they all the goodwill the game had built up to that point. Even when you figure out some of the paranormal shit, and it was like a pretty good explanation, all that goodwill out the window when I got to that last boss. Like, this is crap. So play Daymare 1998. Oh, and then it had a an after cutscene like Metal Gear Solid style, after the credits kind of cutscene. And again, and they brought it right back. They did very good. Like if you're into the story and kind of know what's going on, um, that was a really cool post credit scene that they had. And it's like, fuck, man, they a lot of really good concepts. So I highly recommend that one. There's another one called Eternal Evil that I got. That one popped on sale for $15. Survival horror, first person, looks really good. So I'll play that one and probably post my thoughts about it. Um, hell, I might even stream that one. Who knows? So, but anyway,
Yeah.
everybody take it easy. Vince, take it easy.
Thanks
To be
everyone
honest with
for
you, bro,
what's up.
if tomorrow's like opened up and clear and there's really nothing going on, dude, I'll hop back on and throw down another 2 hours on Resident Evil 3. Just whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean if because I got the
We don't have
show.
to wait till Thursday.
No, that's true. So I do have the show tomorrow. So just a reminder for everyone, me and Retro Ryan will be doing episode 39 of the Toy Showcase. We're going to be talking about WWF Hasbro toys. So wrestling, of course. Check us out at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. But maybe before that, yeah, maybe I mean you can hop on, get us another 2 hours of the game.
Yeah,
See what's up.
I'm totally down with that.
Yeah, since we're both off. But
Mhm.
yeah, let me figure out what I want to play, and I'll just hop back on here in about an hour, just to get a couple hours of gameplay in of something, and then I will catch you guys another time. But Andrew, thanks, man. This was fun. I had a good time with
Hey, man.
this. Yeah.
Cool.
All right,
I'll see
everybody.
everybody later, man. Y'all take it
Peace
easy.
out.